Hey guys, welcome back to another video. First, I'd like to thank everyone, and I mean everyone that shared my past two videos in regards to cybersecurity education and technical capabilities. For those that have not seen those videos, go back and watch those. Two important steps in order for you to get your foot in the door as a cybersecurity newbie or someone that may have some transferable skills into cybersecurity and are just looking to make a career change. But so for this particular video, what we're going to do, we're going to focus on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is it's it's the best tool that you can use in order to get in front of recruiters for the jobs that you actually want. And so a few things, at least when I started off, that I had to work on was how my profile looked, right? Which was the headshot, how um, the text within my profile was formatted to kind of catch the eye of a recruiter for them to be like, okay, he has a pretty decently clean looking LinkedIn, but that really didn't matter as much as I thought it did, but it does help. Second is being able to position yourself to show up in a recruiter's search. And you can only do that through keywords within LinkedIn, right? So you have to be able to format your about me description as well as um, your bullets for your jobs. You have to be able to formulate those. Sorry. You have to be able to formulate those in order to basically be able to show up in a recruiter search. So I'm going to walk you through a couple of strategies that I used for my particular LinkedIn when I first got started. And let's get to work. All right, so go over to my page and let's take a look. So as you can see, the first thing you see here to the left, when my profile comes up, you see my position. You see the certifications that I have, the CSSP, the GWOP. I also have a Amazon Certified Developer certification because I told you I like to code. I also have two things that I enjoy doing: web application security testing and iOS development. So why would I put that as my description? Because it actually is a part of the algorithm that recruiters, that's used when recruiters go to search for a particular candidate. So as you can imagine, the majority of the recruiters that hit my page are either looking for iOS developers, looking for web application penetration testers, or someone that has the CISSP that maybe have the competence to fill another security position. So it could be cybersecurity governance, or cybersecurity strategy, whatever. Let's get rid of this stuff. So let's take a look at my profile, and I don't mind showing my profile. If you guys feel like following me or adding me on LinkedIn, feel free. So I don't have my current employer here for privacy reasons. You should be able to understand that, but hey. So as I said, first thing you see is my current position, both of the certs that I have, and two of my hobbies. And I use these as keywords. Although technically they are what I do, they're still keywords. These are how recruiters search for potential candidates. So if they're looking for iOS developer, guess what they type into their search engine? iOS developer. That's right. So I haven't changed my about section in a while, but it's just really introducing myself, saying that I'm a senior application security professional. My passion is web application security and learning new technologies as well as programming languages. I know a few programming languages. So Here, you want to put something to introduce yourself. What do you do? What's your passion? If you have projects that you've worked on, it'll be great to actually mention them here and link a link to them in the project section below. So mine is fairly short, as you can see, and I have a lot of white space right here. And that's actually for a reason. See, as humans, when we see an introduction, and right after the introduction, we see all of this white space, it makes you want to focus on, well, what is this? Why is this so small? It kind of intrigues the reader. That was my intention. So you don't have to know my passion per se. But what will attract you is that there's so much white space here that now you're keyed in on my specialties and the tools that I can actually use during my engagements, whether it's a web application penetration test or it's me just as a iOS developer. Maybe I'm writing some server-side code, whatever. So I have my specialties listed here: web application penetration testing, server-side development, Node.js. See, everybody won't have all of these technical specialties or the tools, which is fine. But if you do have some skill that you think is transferable, I suggest that you put it here. It will help you greatly, but it will also, again, help you show up in recruiters' search. So we go down, you see my descriptions of what I've done at the different companies I've worked for, and they're in bullet format, right? And they're straight to the point, and some require a little bit of fluff just so I can get the point across. But just for example, for this one particular position, I managed a team of 4 as the technical lead for an external penetration or external network and web application penetration testing engagement for an international client across 36 countries. That's a hell of a first bullet to put. What does that show? Well, it shows that I can manage a project. It shows that I have project management skill set. It also shows that I have the competence to carry out these projects because I was able to lead other associates to finish this project, and we did it pretty effectively. So this is like all basic stuff: educations, your certifications, of course. So there used to be a section down here that lets you put, yep, here it is, your projects. So here's where you can put your projects. See, these are just projects that, or at least a couple of them are projects that I had when I was in school. All right. And I really just wanted to show that I was able to work with a team, and these were the results. These other projects like Weatherbomb iOS application, Jeffrey Task Manager iOS app, those are just projects that I did because I like to develop iOS apps. And it's just another way to show a recruiter that, 1, I know what I'm doing. 2, I have a diverse skill set. Not only do I know how to perform penetration testing, not only do I know cybersecurity governance and strategy, risk and compliance, but I also know how to develop. But this video isn't really to go through my particular LinkedIn page. I really wanted to show you guys some strategies on how to get recognized. Close that up. So let's go over to jobs. Now this is actually pretty important. This is where you should do the majority of your work when it comes to landing that job. Now, when I told y'all that first time, that first video, that I applied for every position that I could think of or that I saw with cybersecurity, Oh, I wasn't lying. Check this out. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. That's saved. Yep. So I have 13 pages of applications. 13 pages of application. You hear me? But I was consistent. I got that job. Anyway, let's go here. So if you come here, click the jobs tab and come here, you're able to search like a specific skill, a title, or any type of company that you're looking to, that you like to work for, basically. And so since I'm an advocate of CISP, when I was in the process of getting my CISP, what I would do is search for every job that had CISSP in its job description, just to see what came up. And when it came up, I just scrolled through everything. I mean, you got Google, AWS, Tesla, Sony, Toyota, Amazon again, Nike, Visa, FireEye. They're all looking for people with CISSP in their bio. Let's see. CISSP. CISSP. Oh, well, I guess it's just something that they want to search off of. But what I didn't notice is that anytime I searched for when I used a specific skill set in the search, that it gave me back the results of every job post that's looking for that particular skill set or certification. And so now, at the time of recording, there are 29,381 jobs, employers, looking for someone with the CISSP certification. LinkedIn is a great tool, guys. Not only can you just merely input the skill set that you want, you can also apply filters. So these filters let you determine what experience level you are. For many of you, you'd be in between entry level and mid-senior level, depending on your skill sets and your experience. One of the other useful things you can do is target a specific location, but for those that know exactly what they want to do, you can target jobs based upon their title. And it even gives you a breakdown of counts of how many open jobs that are looking for the CISSP for this particular position. I mean, that's valuable to me. I used it a lot. And now I'm showing you guys how to. So it had to work. Let's see. I think. So all of this other stuff is pretty self-explanatory. Job type, full-time, contract, whichever floats your boat. Yeah. What else can I show you guys? Oh, so here's another thing. So I have LinkedIn Premium. And what I'm able to do for some job postings, I'm able to see some additional data pertaining to that job. So it will tell me how many people have actually applied for this job. That's actually pretty useful, because if you are the first in a DB of resumes, they're going to see it first. You're literally the first. Come on, guys. You have to use it. Some also gives you a list of skills that they're looking for. and you can rank yourself to see how many of these top skills do you actually have. What does your competition look like for this particular Google position? The few people that have applied for it are in between senior and entry level, 50% bachelor's degree. The other 50%, which is weird, is a doctor of philosophy. Wow. Let me see if I can find you guys an example of one that actually gives you. Here we go. So you also have, in cases, these requisitions that kind of give you an estimate of base salary and total compensation. And this is purely based off of what users of LinkedIn actually give LinkedIn. So as a user, I could give them my base salary and my total compensation. And this is what it'll be used for. It'd be used to inform the person that's applying for the position around the range to expect for that position at that level. Sometimes some people are overpaid or underpaid. So at least you'll have an idea of where I'd say the average person falls for this particular position. What else do I want to show you guys? Oh yeah, most of all, guys, I would suggest that you join some cybersecurity groups. As you can see to my left, like I'm a part of OWASP Atlanta chapter, IT Gurus of Atlanta, Information Security Masters, Best Advice. I follow some hashtags, but I'm subscribed to these, and almost every other week they have a resource, and oftentimes it's for free to learn about cybersecurity, to learn a skill, to gain a skill. So it'll do you a very great benefit to follow some of these people, or these forums rather, these groups. Let's see, what else can I give you guys? What else? Jesus, that alarm is getting on my nerves. But yeah, I forgot to mention this, but they also give you, they like refer you to jobs or suggest certain jobs based upon your profile that you can see based on my keywords and my previous experience. Look at what's being requested or recommended. Mostly security jobs, which means that I'm actually a part of LinkedIn's algorithm for when recruiters search for security professionals. I tend to come up pretty frequently. Damn, these are a lot of jobs. Some of these look good too. Ooh, I think I might apply for like all of these. Dang. Let's look at this. Experience 5 years. Python. GWAP. I have that one. Currently studying for the OSCP. Oh, here's another thing. Just because the employer looks great, don't just take that into consideration. There are a lot of opportunities that aren't great opportunities. Trust me, I know. On paper, they're great. Real life, they're trash. Let's see. Yeah. There you go. So I think that's about it. So you may be wondering, why the heck does Darius have on these glasses that look kind of weird on him? Easy. I like them. You don't have to. You know, that's actually the way you should probably approach getting a job. Not caring what other people think about it. I mean, let's be honest. I'm not getting career advice from someone that's comfortable. I wouldn't. It may sound bad, but I'm just speaking from my own experience. I mean, if I really would have took the advice of the people that told me, well, it's a good job, I don't think you should leave yet. I think this was more your pace. I mean, let's be honest. Where would I be now? Where would I be? It wouldn't be here. I don't find it useful to get advice for someone from someone that's been in their position for the last 10 to 15 years and they've never switched jobs, and I'm supposed to care? No. Because I would have let somebody else's opinion influence what I actually do with my life. See, that's one thing I don't do. I could take good advice, but when you aren't responsible for living my life, I'm only going to take a certain amount into consideration. Yeah, sure. You may think that it's a risky move. That's fine. I'm not against risk. I mean, it was a risk to get in your car this morning to go to work, right? But you still did it. It was a risk plugging up something in your house. You could have got electrocuted. You still did it, didn't you? Hold on. It was a risk that you were born. But you're still here. So, what I'm trying to say is that you shouldn't be scared of risk when it comes to making a career change. And the reason why is because you're not the first person to do it. You're not a trailblazer. I wasn't a trailblazer. I've done what plenty of other people have already done. And you know what? The fact that I saw it work out for some was enough to try. See, if you don't like to fight for what you want, I'm not sure how far you're going to get. And I'm not trying to sound as if you have to work very hard and all the way to your tiresome for the rest of your life. It's not. But when I said that where you work, how much you make, what do you do, what area, what city, determines a lot. It does. How much you make determines on what part of town you live in and your quality of life. Will you be able to travel? Could you experience some nice things? Let's say that you're looking to get married. Are you able to support your significant other if they were to lose their job? Or once they actually have a child, would you be able to support her and that child? Or it could be the other way around. He could lose his job. Would you be able to support the family until that person can get back on their feet? I think this is very serious things to consider. Like, what I don't want to do is make this seem as if switching jobs is a sport, because it's not. You should take advantage of every opportunity that you get. And for those that say that you're doing too much, tell them you haven't done enough. And that's probably why you are where you are now. See, I could have listened to said people when they said that. They probably thought I shouldn't have left at that point, or they thought that this job was more my speed. Okay. And that was a LinkedIn recruiter. No lie. Yep. LinkedIn recruiter. That's crazy. Take a risk, guys. I mean, let's be honest. We like to say that when bad things happen, well, you only have one life to live. But you never say that when it comes to your quality of living. You never say that when it comes to how much money you make. You never say, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go big. I'm going to try to make this career change. I'm going to try to get this job that's paying me 100 plus a year. Because you know what? I only live once. I'd say that I'm a pretty ambitious guy. And I usually surround myself with pretty ambitious people. It's only a few things. When I talk to my friends, here are the things we talk about. First, work. 2, money. 3, progression. 4, Madden. And 5, the next football game. Those are the only things we talk about. Because you know what? Your job, how much money you make, where you work, determines a lot. It determines how often you can travel. It determines a lot of things in your life that you should pay attention to. So just to say that, or just for someone to tell you, well, I think you should stay there. It's a pretty good job. You like what you do. They treat you well. Well, okay. See, what I don't do is take career advice from somebody that's comfortable. We don't mix. And I'm not trying to sound like I'm just this baller that's just out here getting jobs and making $300,000 and $400,000 a year, because I'm not. I'm making good money, but what's wrong with striving for more? Nothing. So when you approach a friend, or a friend asks you what you've been up to, and you say, look for another job, I'm looking to make a career change, and they say, why do you want to do that? You should respond, because it's my business.